Hello and welcome to Centurion's Corner. Today we are reviewing from Star Wars The Black Series and the Ahsoka series, Marrok. Now it only feels like the other day that this got actually confirmed. Well, I'm just kind of standing here with the box and I was like, I just remember like commenting on it just a couple of weeks ago. Maybe it was months, but yeah, the main thing that really stood out for me was I loved the sculpt of the guy, but it was just a little bit too kind of a bit too grey and a little bit on the rusty side. So this will probably be an updated video a little bit later down the line, that's for sure. Anyway, getting on with the actual review itself, he's looking pretty cool here. He's got his lightsaber just stand up. We've got a cloth cape in the background there. We've got the Marrok, and it's all in the sort of the light blue of the Ahsoka series. We've got him here on this side with the Muriel. On the back here, we've got a little bio. He's number 8 in the actual series as well, with the same kind of picture on the right hand side, and then it just trends around back to the front. So I guess without further ado, let's crack this bad boy open. So here he is in his blister pack, just looking pretty cool here. So we're just going to get him out for our first impressions. Oh, he's in there tight. Let's get him out. There he is. So it's kind of nice to get another Inquisitor to put on the shelf, and I think this kind of finishes off all the Inquisitors that are out at the moment. But yeah, I am loving that medieval feel. So we're going to go away, take some pictures, put him through some poses, and we'll see you in a moment. So welcome back. We've been away, we're taking his pictures, and what can I say about this guy? Well, I can be truthful about one thing, is that I completely forgot that I had this figure. I've had it for a few weeks, and I've done the original part and I just left him on the side. Poor little bastard. But yeah, he's looking pretty cool. I must admit, if you take away the aesthetic look of what Hasbro have given him, he's actually a really nice looking figure. He's really good, really sort of like articulate. Pretty much what the actual figure looks like. He just kind of needs a little bit of a better paint job, and that's what lets this guy down big style in my opinion. But yeah, so he comes with one accessory, I guess 2 if you want to include the cape. But yeah, he comes with his lightsaber here. Pretty much simple kind of Inquisitor kind of style, which is pretty cool. I kind of like it that it's kind of alternative. So you got the sort of like hilt come up this way, and then you've got the hilt coming up this side. So, you know, it's not the same sort of sides. You can actually remove the blades here, which is pretty cool. And you can see just inside there, they're custom made ones for him. So they can actually fit all the way down there to look like they're coming out of the emitters. Pretty cool and nice and straight. Again, you've got all the silvers and the blacks in the right place. He does hold the lightsaber good, but trying to get it into his hands is a bit of a problem. His hands are really quite tight compared to the lightsaber, so you're going to have to really open up his hand and quickly wedge that lightsaber in there. On the back, you actually got the little dot here, like all the Inquisitors sort of have, so you can actually plug it in, like so. Obviously, you can take the lightsabers out, but it's a bit weird because obviously the cape kind of gets in the way with it all there, so yeah, it's up to you how you want to display the guy. But you can take this off and put this on the side here, and then we have this little bit of fabric. It's got a lot of hate over the internet, this cape, I must admit. I don't even remember him having it, to be honest, in the series. Even though the series isn't that long ago, you can sort of hold it off to the side, which I think looks better. But if you have it as a standard cape, it just doesn't look right, and you've got that horrible kind of bit of fabric there that's holding it together. It looks useless. But just taking that off over the actual figure, and you can have a closer look at the cape. It's just done in a very thin, very thin brown bit of fabric here, and down here you've got all the sort of tatters and rips down there. So if you wanted to, you'd probably be better to make your own custom or buy a custom cape if you wanted your Marrok with one. But to be honest, I feel like it just doesn't need it, and it can just do one to one side. But the actual figure itself with the articulation, yeah, it stands out 10 times. I do think his head is a little bit too high. but maybe they just done that because of the cape. But its head can sort of like look up and it can look down. You've got lower neck movement and you've got upper neck movement as well. Obviously it can go all the way around, but you've got a lot of swagger in there and a lot of movement around. On the arm, got full rotation around, and these are done on those sort of little clips inside the butterfly joint there. So you've got a nice butterfly joint going around on the inside. Arms come up this far, rotate at the elbow as well, up to 90. Rotation at the wrist, and it's also on a hinge up and down. And then the diaphragm here, it can turn left, it can turn right, it can crunch a little bit and crunch a lot more further back. And then we have a little bit more of a crunch down here and back, and then this bit twists as well. So twist, and this twists as well. So it's got a lot of sort of movement around there on the upper body. Leg wise, they come up this far, kick forward, kick back. We've got the no upper thigh rotation here. This is the new type. So it's just, there's a slight kind of rotation there at the upper sort of thigh there. It kind of moves in on itself. This is a new way forward for Black Series, which I don't mind. I mean, we don't really twist our upper legs anyway, and then we got the rotation down here at the knee anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then that's on a single knee joint as well down there. And then you got the rocker and a pivot, and there's no boot swivel here because of the way the boots are kind of sort of like mounted there. So none sort of lost there. I do feel like his articulation wise and the way I kind of play with him, I feel like he's actually more of that Inquisitor from the Tales of the Jedi, where it feels really gangly and sort of elonged. Like I could imagine that they will use exactly the same body and bring that Inquisitor out, to be honest there. Well, he kind of sort of disappeared into smoke as well. Whether this was supposed to be a live version of that character, because I can't remember if it was actually named. Drop that in the comments if you do actually know that. But yeah, looking at the aesthetics of this guy, it's not too bad. I mean, I do like it. He looks like a knight in shining armor, sort of thing like that, and gone a little bit rusty over the years, even though it's not that many years since the sort of like they was in use. So yeah, it's a bit strange for the rust. I do kind of like it. I really like the details there. We've got a lot of details that are missing. I think there is a red in there, but it's because of the orange, it's kind of bled into there as well. And around on this side as well is also in focus, around on there. So yeah, the helmet is pretty cool. Down on the sort of like torso area, we've got all the lights and other bits there, and this sort of rust around on this bit, and up on there, around on the back. Just all these little gubby parts and the sort of details. And then you've got all the sort of like extra detail in here, like the ripples, and then going down to his undersuit as well, and then down to his legs. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. It definitely needs an update, and I've been umming and ahhing because, well, I've left it a little while. I've been seeing a lot of people sort of like make updates of this guy and actually making him more kind of the way he is in the actual show, which I get. You know, that's what we do on here. But I'm kind of hoping, like, thinking about taking him back to his former glory, like making him like proper gloss black. And so he falls in line with the other Inquisitors, you know. So we've got Reva here. Oh, she's gone already. Hopefully she never comes back, but hey ho, we'll put her back up here. So we've got the Reva. We have the Grand Inquisitor as well, which I think is a great figure. It's a fantastic one there. We've got the newer sister. I can never remember the name or the numbers that go alongside these. I can never remember. And then we've got this one as well, hitting everything. And then we have the one from the Jedi Order or Fallen Order, which is here. So yeah, we've got loads of Inquisitors now. Let's move the camera just slightly there so they're all in place. And yeah, they're looking right, sort of band of crew here, looking pretty cool. And I just feel like, I want to take an extra little step away. Let me know in the comments down below. Should I make him look like the show, or should I change him completely, well, and bring him in line with the other Inquisitors here? I think he looked really cool, like in the gloss Imperial armor, just to sort of fall in line with these guys. Let me know in those comments down below, and depending on how many of you compare or which ones you want, then I'll make it like the ones that you want. So that is kind of me, really. Do I recommend the figure? I really recommend the figure. Unfortunately, it's just gonna need a little bit of work on the other hand there, just to bring him into line with some of the other details of Black Series. But yeah, apart from that, I guess you can comment down below, you can subscribe, you can ding the bell, you can follow me on Instagram, and you can join the channel for 99p or 99 cents from wherever you're from. And until next time, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.